What's up, fam? This is your boy Dremagix, and this is questions you've always wanted to ask magicians. I went on the internet and I asked all my friends and all my social media, what is the one question you would want to ask a magician? And here's what we got. Can you turn my $20 into $100? Listen, there are many ways you can turn $20 into $100. You can gamble that shit. No, I'm kidding. You can, but you can also invest it. But I think what you mean is magically. So this is how I would do it if I would do it by magic.
이게 맞나요? Don't you be a liar. 정답을 선물해 달라면 선물인가요? That is money, that is bitch. 나는 널 scam. 바라볼 fight 자질을 할래. That is money, that is bitch. 나는
Unfortunately, you need a 20 years in magic degree to start doing this, and I'm not there yet, but one day. How do I make my wife disappear? This is another one I get asked all the time, and to tell you the truth, we have the technology to do this. But when they come back, they're very angry. How would you suggest a 5-year-old start to learn the art of magic? And today, it seems like people should start off just being fans of magic, right? When a kid comes and says they're interested in magic or they like magic, the first response is always to be, let's get this kid a magic kit, make him start learning, and let's see how he likes it. And I think a better approach would just have them be fans first. You don't have to make them jump into being an amateur magician right off the bat, right? I would suggest showing them and exposing them to more magic things. Like on the internet, there's a bunch of David Blaine specials. There's a bunch of old Copperfield clips you can watch and see. America's Got Talent has a bunch of good magic acts. And if they seem to like that way of presenting art and expressing themselves, number one, you can do, a lot of older magicians would suggest to buy books on magic. A lot of professional magic books are very technical and they're harder to decipher. Shoot, I've been in the game for over a decade and I still can't decipher some of these books. Also, because sometimes I'm a dum-dum and don't want to read. But there are great kids magic books out there. I would start with Matt King's magic book, Tricks with Your Head. There are a bunch of other ones you can get from the library. There's Henry Hayes's Amateur Magician's Handbook, I believe. Those have some pretty basic effects once you graduate from the, you know, the tricks your uncle would show you or something like that. Number two, you can go on YouTube and watch magic tutorials. There are a lot of, there's a lot of resistance against learning magic from YouTube, but technology is what it is today, and I think if you search kids magic tutorials, it would put them on the right track to learn some of the basic effects and get them to fall in love with performing before you get into the highly technical stuff. So YouTube, I would suggest YouTube. Number three, you can find a mentor. A magician could already be in your town. There's magic shops in the area. If you go in with them, obviously stay COVID safe, right? Because pandemic and it's crazy right now. But you can go and the person working the counter is more than willing to help you and your child learn and pick out a few magic tricks that they would like. What's good about a magic store is you can go in and the what am I trying to say? Who's the guy that the showroom dealer, the guy, you can go into the magic store and the person working will show you the trick before you actually commit to buying it. They won't show you the secret, but they will show you how they would perform the trick with the props that you are looking to purchase. And I believe when you buy a magic trick like that, after you've made the purchase, they'll take you and show you the secret and teach you how it's done. Part 3.5. You can also find a magic teacher. I know a bunch of schools when they reopen, not now because sick, right? They hold after school classes that do teach magic. I used to be one of those magic teachers, currently not anymore because schools are not in session, but you can learn a good amount of tricks through those programs, and they'll be learning with a class of their peers. Part 4 for this very long answer. You can go into any store like Target or Walmart and find a magic kit. These magic kits come chock full of magic tricks you can learn and the instructions for them. I think I bought one for another video, but it has over like 100 tricks for like $20. And usually that's how people do start learning magic, is with the kits, because unfortunately most parts of the world don't have a local magic shop, and it was before the internet, but now you can learn on the internet. But these magic kits are really great for learning, and it comes with all the props, and you know what, your child can put on like a mini magic show for you when they're done. 2 people asked me this question writing in, and I get this question asked all the time. They asked, how'd you do that? And my response is always, I don't even know what I did sometimes. I just follow the instruction. Magic. I don't know. I didn't do anything. Don't convict me of anything. I didn't do anything. You know, as a magician, you do always get asked, how'd you do that after you do something amazing? The truth is, you don't really want to know. Shout out to Magnum. He asked, what is the part of your act you like performing the most? And I do 2 types of performances, right? Or in magic, there are a few different types. You can do walk around, which is the small groups of people, which is more David Blaine style, right? And there is stage magic. With small groups of people, I love it when the magic is very at face level, right? It's always in your face, but at face level. A lot of card magic is down at your crotch, and they're looking at your junk, but also cards, but probably your junk. But with some forms of magic, you can actually bring it up to face level and share this moment. And the reason I like it like this is because I can see you experience the trick. I can see your eyes explode, and the sense of wonder is just washed into your face. And that for me is when we're both winning. It's when I provide you with a gift and this art form that I've studied so long on, and that's my version of payment, I guess. I mean, also get paid in money, but like the reaction at face level is one of my favorite parts. When I perform on stage or in like a bigger theater setting, I love performing my closer. My closer is a very small, it's a close-up trick actually, but it's framed very focusedly. That's not a word. I don't do words. That's why I do magic. But there's a candle and a thread, and everyone is focused on what's happening to the thread. When I was developing the performance for that trick, I didn't invent it, but when developing the performance for this trick, I made it a point to not look up at the audience while I was performing it. Because if I looked up, it would break the focus. And I do that because if we're both, me and the audience are both focused on the same thing, it means we are sharing a moment together. And the moment we break that focus, I look at you, it's gone. The moment's gone. So I want to concentrate so much on one spot that when you get the payout, we can have a release of breath and a release of energy and stress. So we all experience this climb and this decline together, and it's a nice little ending piece to most of the shows I do. I love it because it's not big, it's not flashy, but it tells a story that means a lot to me, and we share this moment, we share this story. So now I'm not just some magician, I'm Dremagix. Thank you so much for watching this video on questions you've always wanted to ask a magician. If you have a question you want to ask or want further explanations on the ones I've already asked, put it down in the comments. Do your little internet things and go beep, 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 question, and then my eyes will read them and will answer them in the next video like this. Otherwise, do all the internet things, like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, blah, 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 blah. Thank you once again for joining me. I'll put down links to all my other things, like the link tree and stuff. And till next time, spread love, make magic. Peace!